So we were talking about direct method, of which under direct method, we have already said on how to get it: cash received from customers, cash paid to employees, cash paid to suppliers. So of which, in order to get cash received from customers, you have to do your debtors account, of which we have done. You consider balance pro down, balance carry down. The credit sales, you assume it was on the sales you have, it was on credit. Then you consider if there's discount around, it will reduce your debtors balances. If you write off some debt, then the balance which you get there is what you received from your customers. Then employees, I was to finalize on that. So we have considered the admin and selling and distribution as to the where they were supposed to include the relevant expenses they paid their employees. So you will find that you have to raise. Here, I have to raise. So that is what I was to confirm. You have to raise some non-operating expenses. After considering the operating, you have to raise some non-operating. And the non-operating which we had in this question is concerning two items: amortization and impairment. You have to reduce this. Amortization, and we have impairment. So amortization was, I think we got that one initially. It was 260, eh? From our initial indirect method. Then impairment we got 40. So if you subtract, you get what? 600 minus 260 minus 40. What are you getting?
300.
So that is what you were supposed to subtract here. Then finally, we were talking about cash paid to suppliers, of which first thing I said you determine credit purchases. And you know that cost of sales is equals opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock. So in order to get these purchases, you say purchases is equals to cost of sales minus opening stock plus closing stock. So you make purchases, you are subject of the formula. So we have done that. Of which under cost of sales, they said according to note 1, depreciation and loss on disposal of a plant was included. So after doing the computation, we got 5460. So we came in and opened that T account for trade payables. So we said balance pro down, balance carry down, of which we added our credit purchases of 5460, this one. Then we said what can reduce your credit balances is like now if you were given a discount, then finally now the balancing figure is what you paid your suppliers. So those are your creditors. So the balancing figure is
5170.
So this is 5170. So subtract that here. So say the first one was 7020 minus 300 minus 5170. We are getting 1550. Rest tax paid. Our tax paid initially was from the indirect method. Our tax paid was
260.
to what? 260?
260.
It was 260. That is fine. So subtract 260. So I think you are getting which figure?
1290.
So this one is the figure you get when we did the indirect. You see, this is the same figure we arrived at. when we used indirect method. So it's supposed to be the same. So for the investing and financing activities, it will be the same for the both methods. So if you could have continued, you could have said now investing, you do the same way we did for the indirect method. You do the same way we did for the indirect method. And that is all for today. If you have any question, you can ask. If you have any contribution, you can make so that you can.
Question. Okay, because in this question, they didn't specify. You choose the method that you used.
Yes, it's according to choose, but I always advise students to use indirect. Anyway, it will be upon,
Okay.
so which is the easier one? So if you can do operating or using indirect or using direct. So it's upon you to choose. When they are not specific, you have to choose which to use. But it's better you go for the indirect when they are not specific. But when they are specific, you have to use the method they have said. But the only difference between the two methods is only the, so the other investing and financing is the same in both methods. Another question? The other members of the group of the fourth estate.
Teacher. Hi, teacher. When will we have another class?
That is a funny question.
Exam is near.
Mtihani.
Mtihani uko karibu.
Yeah, the exam iko. We already have the timetables with us.
But even this is a favor meant because you are supposed to have a class only on Sunday.
So we'll have on Sunday.
Yes, there's another class on Sunday.
But if we get time before,
it
will be okay if we'll be available, all of us.
Fine, it's fine, but I think I need to go for an Easter holiday.
Okay, it's okay.
We have to meet on Sunday. That is from 2 or 3, from 3 or from 2.
Okay.
From 2, we can meet from 2 on Sunday.
Okay, it's okay.
Thank
you.
Thank you. Another comment? Another suggestion?